I'll take the extra attack. Oh my.
Phoenix, die.
Oh my.
Destroy!
And then plus 9 damage for the first successful hit. I think that is very bad for the Phoenix.
Crit. Think
Let's
so.
roll this.
It is good. How much damage is
Do all
that?
those hit?
They all hit, yeah.
Yes.
And they all crit. Confirm.
Lovely.
This is what, like, even the roll of 6
211.
hits.
211?
That bypasses everything.
It's
It
because
does.
I didn't add the plus 9 for the first successful
yes.
hit from So it takes 211 damage that bypasses all damage reduction.
You
and
want to channel with that?
Oh yeah, sure, why not?
Want to channel
16
with it?
negative energy damage. Let's have it make the DC 20 will save just in
Let's see if
case.
it's permanently cursed if it somehow revives.
It does make the save.
Okay, well it still suffers the damage at least.
So that's 211 plus
So-
16.
227 damage.
And
I'd
bypasses
be
damage.
interested to know that it would kill it at full health.
This again, Marcus's black sword kind of cuts reality.
So
in
does
half.
that mean I get to name the mountain?
You get to
Yes.
describe
Yes.
this
God damn it! You get to name the mountain.
as it breaks out of the eyes, wings flaring up, and fire sort of exploding out everywhere. A screech of power at its freedom.
Zacharias,
Marcus acts.
Zacharias screams, "Take it down!"
All right. Well, I guess I get a little creative license here, don't I?
Yes. Go.
Marcus
Deal
wants to
damage.
kind of climb up it a little bit as he's going. I mean, it's a bird. It's got some handholds, feathers, and stuff I can grab.
Sure.
Climb up it, slashing as I go, and then for the final attack crit, plunge my blade into its eye and wiggle it around a bit to get the brains and juicy bits.
And then you channel like.
And then I channel, unleashing negative energy directly into its skull.
Dark power infused into both the blade and Marcus himself, flowing through the Phoenix, turning its feathers black.
This happens every time I get a full attack on a good creature.
Reality
Like
warp.
the
Explodes
Shield
out.
Arcans, I killed them both at once. The Phoenix, I full attack, killed it. What is this?
Explodes in flame and all right.
Alright.
Combat's over.
Alright.
It is now ashes. Still
Zacharias-
cindering.
Zacharias rushes towards the ashes and casts disintegrate on them. And he,
It's too late. It is.
damn it!
No.
It's back to full health. Yes.
Oh, do that again.
I will just crit it again.
And basically, Zacharias just looks down at the ashes and just, you see the most like triumphant gleam in his eyes as he weaves his dark spells and casts disintegrate on the ashes.
And
No,
as it
af-
does,
after
the
Marcus's-
cinders sort of split into a million little pieces, and the ashes weave away with the wind, and you hear what sounds like very distant. It is almost not a sound. It is more of a feeling of tears hitting a clear crystal pool. The tiny sound of droplets. Just two, as the spire is now silent. And you feel the immense light from behind you at this dimming significantly at this.
Yeah, after Marcus's
Phoenix that
amazing
has
attack.
lived for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Maybe even millennium.
Undone.
In the span of 6 seconds.
Iron certainly grew quite silent after Marcus's attack and is now looking quite shocked at him because that was fucking amazing. He is
Let's just
impressed,
fly up here.
but he doesn't say anything.
Sure. The nest is glowing hot, a furnace of molten rock.
Hang on, we
in-
haven't gotten to the most important bit yet.
In the
Well,
yeah, you see that there are actually quite a few eggs in it. One, let me see how let me describe it correctly. Yes, there seem to be 13 eggs in the nest. 12 of them are sort of large, but they look kind of like normal eggs. They're a little sort of pinkish white color, and they lay sort of around a much much larger egg that looks like a very smooth ruby. And from it, you can sort of see the heat waves just emanate. This central egg clearly is what's keeping this nest molten. It is slightly submerged into sort of the molten rock around it.
I wonder if those smaller eggs are like Firebird eggs that we could train and add to our army eventually.
Could you roll a knowledge of planes?
Of course I can.
Certainly.
Zacharias,
tell you
yes, these
everything.
are in fact Firebird eggs. They sell for a decent price. Most people. I mean, Firebirds are not inherently good or intelligent, so
Could
no
Azurius
exotic planner trainers would like to get their hands on them.
Could
It's not the most expensive thing, though.
Could Azurius have them trained?
Potentially, he's not really sure when they will crack, but it might be, investment into the distant future to put people to do that.
How much would they be worth if we sold
Could you appraise one?
them? I could.
We can try. Let's work together on this.
Let's work together.
Ooh, that's enough for an 8 other.
What?
All right. Yeah. There will be around. It'll be 1,000 gold pieces apiece.
No, so 12,000.
Ooh.
Ooh.
If sold in Gaston Hall.
Right. Ooh.
So now the question comes: are they more worth for us to sell or to train as potential additions to our army?
Well, as the previous night, it seemed that slowly the top of the molten nest begins to freeze over as the rock begins to harden into what seems to be sort of obsidian.
Might have to take this out before that.
Ruby eggs quick.
So Zacharias will reach in and grab the ruby egg.
Why not use Mage Hand?
Might be too heavy.
Major can carry this. It is pretty freaking big.
Oh.
Azurius will try lifting some of the smaller
You
eggs.
see that as you look at it, you can see through most of it actually. The ruby egg is quite large, this shell, but you can see through it. And inside there is this almost sort of glowing, pulsing sphere of what you know would be the actual sort of living part of the egg, the rest protection.
Yeah, Zacharias runs his bony fingers over it, and he will smile to himself and say, "The power, the potential." And,
You notice Azurius almost looks mesmerized at it, even though he's holding the brakes, he's looking mesmerized at it.
like he holds in his hand like as reverent as you have ever seen him. It's like, this item is magnificent. It would be perfect. It is perfect.
One of the finest things you will ever come across. Any of us ever will.
It does have a strong aura of good.
That can be changed.
So I mean, Marcus immediately wants to break it, but of course we can't because it's important.
If he
Smashes it.
would
Marcus,
try,
can you-
that would be
No, he
very
wouldn't.
bad
It
for
does not
He
look
wouldn't
too
try.
easy to break, actually.
Marcus, can you grab the other egg?
Well,
if
can I
if you-
smite the egg?
Sure. Marcus
If you
smites
do
the egg.
that,
No,
both me and
no.
Zacharias will blow you off this cliff at full speed.
Yeah, I'm not going to smite the egg.
Zacharias, with the rubies, I will take a step away, letting the others handle whatever, the Firebird eggs if they want them. He's too mesmerized to really care at this point.
Azurius takes some of the firebug eggs, but then follows Zacharias. He wants to see the egg. He wants to see the ruby egg.
Quickly gather the rest of the Firebird eggs and
Zacharias again, basically looking at it, is just eyes glittering. It's like the power in this egg. It will come to good use, my friends. Oh yes, it will. Soon, after we are done here, I have great plans for this.
It must be stored in a safe place, well contained, well hidden.
Zacharias nods. Yes, I have discussed protecting it with Isabel. She will be the guardian until I have fashioned some powerful wards to contain it.
And possibly a very, very, very secured either location option or container for it.
You
Yes.
can feel the heat on the top here that has been falling now, beginning to stabilize and actually begin to reheat as the flame slowly begins to re-strengthen its light.
Zacharias looks at the flame. We need to extinguish that. It is our
And-
ultimate purpose here anyway.
Should I try
And
to
how do we
spell?
do that? Water?
Well, I doubt it. Zacharias will, he will move down towards this and try to inspect it. See if he can, knowledge arcana or something, and see if there is a way to disable the fire somehow.
I will try religioning it.
Like, unholy water, desecrate, stuff like that.
Sure, you can do your religion checks. Zacharias doesn't know how he would do that. Zacharias knows that he could probably disintegrate it or fill it with holy water. Unholy water, that is.
How many vials of unholy water be needed?
Let's say 5. That seems fine.
How many did I have on me? Let's double check.
I have one more disintegrate, so...
I do. I mean, I guess.
Desecrate.
Oh, desecrate.
Oh, in that case,
Extinguish the flame.
I raise my hand in the air. Desecrate.
All right. How
The
many of you
power.
are within 25? No, 20.
I think that's all of us.
No, it's
No?
not.
Nope.
It's not Kyron, and it's
Kyron
not.
is on top
Not
of the
Cash.
cliff.
She did not want to go in there. It's too bright.
Sure. Do a reflex save then,
Oh, lovely.
once you are within. As the water is
Save or
thrown
die.
at it.
I was casting a spell. I wasn't ready for this.
Is it a divine effect?
Yes.
Alright.
Your DC's through the roof.
Yeah, 32 on my reflex.
All right. Well, then, Zacharias, the ones who save, you take 35 damage. Those who fail take 65 damage.
That does not
so
fight.
we take no fire damage.
I take none. 'Cause it just breaks my fire shield. That's it.
As it explodes in a huge sort of searing flame blasting out around it.
Am I not dazzled anymore then?
Now you are blinded for a little
God
bit because
damn
it
it,
blasts out. But as it then extinguishes, and you can almost feel this mountain shake under it,
Zerus begins to float into the air and kind
the
of.
light disappears, and it is simply an empty brazier.
You hear Cash growl very loudly.
Well, I assume
and
she's no longer
annoyed.
blinded once it goes out. Completely.
No, it's a light that have
Well, it's
when she's
extinguished now.
blinded by that. If I'm blinded by something, then I'm blind for how long is it?
1 round with 3
Oh.
seconds.
Well, you still hear
Oh, you're near
Cash.
the
Yeah,
You still
can
hear
remove-
Cash snarl and growl very loudly and annoyed.
You can remove both blind and dazzled now.
Ghost. I hate the light.
I understand, Cash.
Lady Cash, we have done a great deed this day. The light is extinguished. The defenses of the veil is weakening.
Also, if it means anything, from town now, you will no longer be able to see this pesky light.
That does help indeed. My
Now,
eyes are very sensitive
You,
towards
Zacharias,
this.
you actually feel the power of the veil weaken significantly. You might actually be able to teleport in and out of Sanctum now.
Oh. If that's the case, let's try to arrive in style. Zacharias will basically hold out his hand,
You get a giant paw on your head.
and he will try to teleport the party back to the manor.
Sure. Woof. Go back to the manor.
And of course, we appeared right in our seats of the meeting room.
Not the table.
Cash is
Yeah.
teleported into the table. It's a mess.
We could go onto the table. I mean,
On the
the
table.
devil did that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. But that's kind of reserved. That's his thing, right? It's his move.
Can't though. There's a magic sanctum.
Oh, damn it! That's true.
Fine. Even if Zacharias' workshop or my altar, one of the two will do.
Teleport Cash into a bedroom.
There we go.
Scare, tricked half to death.
And you don't notice this now, but you begin to hear the howling as a strong northern wind begin to blasting down into the veil.
Oh, it's winter. It's winter setting in.
Winter's coming.
Zacharias will, gingerly walk into the meeting sanctum room and set down the egg on the table.
You'll see Azurius swirling away his 50,000 spells on him right now.
And Zacharias just sits down and just looks at it. His fingers, basically his fingertips touching. And sort of ponders the egg again. You see, all the machinations within his mind working.
Kyron also stares quite intently on the egg, his frown deepening until he speaks and says, "It's an egg. I don't see what you've planned with this."
It is something of exceptional power and exceptional value.
How does Trick react to Cash being a gnoll? A beautiful gnoll.
What do you like, my beautiful fur?
It's very soft if you touch.
You'll notice at this point, Azurius pulls out some of his canvas and actually starts to basically make an identical sketch of the entire thing.
And Zacharias just
Marcus
stares at it.
doesn't really care about the egg. Well, other than wanting to break it, but he can't, so.
Zacharias looks at Kyron. Yes, Kyron, this is an artifact of almost unique proportions. I do not think there are many like this in the entire world. This egg, he sort of points at it, holds the key to something I have sought for many, many years.
And what would that be?
Zacharias smiles wickedly. You will see in time, dear Kyron.
Azurius, while curious, continues to rapidly begin to create, his exact identical drawing and painting of the egg. In minute details.
Again, Zacharias looks at it. It is perfect. It is all I could have ever dreamed for. Such a stroke of luck.
Marcus
We
will...
must safeguard it. You must begin work immediately on some kind of magic container.
Zacharias nods. Yes, I shall do so. This egg needs to be under constant surveillance. Looks around.
We have a Medusa for that.
Yes, Isabel will watch over this when we cannot. She has also, he sort of, pulls his gaze from it for a second, sort of remembering something. She has also requested that some retinue be made available to her. She wishes to aid one of the organizations, form a sub-faction, if you will, molded into her own image. I do believe she is intending to restart her temple cult.
Temple cult?
So she wants worshippers, does she?
Worshippers, yes.
Marcus starts muttering to himself a little bit, but you can't hear what he's saying.
Zacharias looks over. What is it, Marcus?
Nothing. I just saw something that reminded me of a personal event. Don't worry about it. It's of no concern.
Very well.
Well, for worshippers, I don't know how well suited most of you are. My organization definitely has many that, worshipping is something they do a lot.
Would Isabel be a fit for your organization, though?
That's something I'm not sure of. What would Isabel's exact bonus be?
It is necessary here to remember what your organization is beginning to be established as.
True.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
If that would be a useful thing to have.
How do you hide a Medusa though in anyone's organization?
Yeah, for mine, she's not really a mage or like studiers or anything. I doubt she could actually be of any help to the Void Senate. Zacharias says, looking around.
I mean, maybe the Dragon's Claw, because that seems to be like the army of beastmen kind of thing.
Well, the Dragon's Claw only has one thing to worship.
But maybe that's true, I guess. We wouldn't want to...
Kyron needs a lady.
Oh, yes. The fair Lady Isabel.
Probably not a snake lady who can turn him to stone.
But can't, though.
I mean they are, you know, in the fight they had, they were pretty much made for each other. At least Chiron was made for her. I'm not sure if that's the other way around too. Well,
I
Chiron
was to
doesn't
say every
really
king
like
needs a queen, right?
But a queen, she could enforce, like she could enforce the fervor of his worship to new heights, right?
And anyone who doesn't gets turned into a new statue for your lobby.
Perhaps if she in turn would at least majorly respect Chiron, which I don't think she does right now, does she?
Well, you have heard her talk about the group as her new deity. So he would suspect. I mean, it seems to you at least that Chiron probably not spent too much time with her, but it seems that her loyalty is unwavering completely. Basically having replaced whatever she once felt for her goddess with you.
She's probably the most loyal minion we have. Oddly enough.
More so than the golem, perhaps even.
Well, the golem has its instance.
He has
The
problems.
golem is only loyal to cash in a way.
Of course, you could deny her request.
I mean, she's excellent at like stoking the fervor of like a cult and prayer and stuff. So if she can somehow be, you know, the worship she stokes is the worship, of course, of her, but also, you know, to the greater worship of the dragon or some such.
Yeah, I think it can work. Chiron will look quite thoughtful for a moment, say. I think I shall have a talk to her.
Oh,
If
you're gonna
she
have the talk.
wants, yes, have a talk, have the talk. If she wants worshippers, then maybe I have some ideas.
I'm sure Chiron didn't really know what to do with the humans in his organization either.
Exactly. They need some direction, I think.
So convert all the humans into worshippers. This would be interesting.
Cash looks at Chiron playfully and asks, when is the ceremony gonna be?
Chiron just glowers back. Is that even a word? I think it is.
Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
Asmodean weddings have quite a large amount of signing
Yeah.
of contracts and liability bills. There has to be at least 7 lawyers present.
Can we get Deserter as the?
It is a very dull affair.
1 minute.
Oh, I want Deserter.
One second. This may take me a while to do.
Yeah, we need Deserter to be the pastor.
Yes.
I'm gonna begin writing up the contracts.
Like some people say they write their vows. Here you write your contract.
Exactly.
People are contractually obligated to do things as it states in the marriage contract.
Otherwise,
Like
hell itself will.
Whatever they write in it.
Yeah.
Zacharias, how do you spell eternal damnation?
In Infernal, well, let's see.
There are not a lot of infernal divorces, though, since you will be burned forever if you break the vows.
It's a lot of infernal unhappy marriages, though.
Yes, plenty.
All of
Usually,
them.
the lesser infernal party did not really understand some term and didn't ask.
I
you
think you spell it like this.
Bring me Chloe.
Ah, I see.
Bring me Chloe. I wish to gaze upon her.
Yeah, Chloe crawls out of Cash's back.
Chloe, read through the contract. Make sure it's all
More
right.
snapping of bones and grimacing.
Yeah.
That always disgusts me.
Like a big splashy, slurpy
Yeah.
sound, right? It slithers out sort of some pus and goo. Sort of.
Ugh.
Ah, Zacharias, the next bit. In case a devil steals one of their souls mid-contract.
Oh, yes, we need a clause for that, clearly.
Or devils wouldn't. They enjoy watching people break contracts.
Oh, there's
They
also
give
this.
advice. Do you
this
want
was
to
this
take
bit
the
here.
devil's advice or not?
In case you're possessed by a demon.
Yes.
So Sirius is writing a marriage contract with Zacharias?
You know, me and Zacharias are clearly the most fit to write that marriage contract.
You want to be married, all right?
Well,
Okay.
no.
Zacharias
Asmodeus doesn't mind.
Zacharias is probably not really in the market right now. Although he is very flattered.
That hair.
That hair, you know.
I have a feeling
I mean,
Azurius would not pick.
I mean, Zacharias has long hair, but is nowhere near as luscious.
As Halfus.
You cannot be Halfus.
His hair is probably more like half sort of lank and not really.
Does Cash need a marriage contract between Trick and herself?
I don't know if Trick wants to marry Cash.
Well,
Does he?
Does he get a
Jake
say in
He
it?
doesn't like being tied down. Or rather, he knows Asmodean contracts.
He knows how a problem he
He's a cleric, after all.
He already made a contract with Cash, so they're kind of married.
in
But
that
by
Just
devil's terms, yes.
Yes, so I will probably be
Okay.
crafting a secret chest for the.
But if you tell us, it's not secret anymore.
Well, it's secret because I hide it in the ethereal plane.
Like no one can
Oh.
get to it.
Yeah, only I can get to it. Well, you can get to it if you.
Find it in the ethereal plane.
Yeah, and that needs to basically be an interplanar expedition. Needs to be mounted to try to find it.
Zacharias, can I have the crafter's fortune? I'm gonna be painting the egg for a while.
Indeed.
Painting it.
I have craft painting. I can do it.
It's Easter.
And it is Easter.
It is.
Cash will drink a potion.
In game, it's more like Christmas, though.
Okay.
Cash will drink a
Christmas
potion and
Easter.
ask Zacharias, what do you intend to do with the egg?
Zacharias looks at the egg and says, I will study this in very great detail. I have plans that has been in the works for many, many years, long before I met any of you. And I was very close once, but got foiled. I was inexperienced, and I didn't grasp the full magnitude of the task I had set upon me. But now I have studied much since I met you, my friends. I was not sitting idly by all those days in the Horn. He shakes his head. I have come far, and this egg is a very important key to what I'm trying to do. He looks around. I still need more time and research, and that is why this egg must be kept safe until then. You all will know in time. This is not something I will speak openly of as of yet.
Yes, because that would be too easy, right?
Zacharias smiles. Yes, indeed.
Though I do not wish to pry into your research, I will be studying this egg myself. It's very intriguing.
Zacharias, glances over to Azurius. You are welcome to study it, Azurius, but it stays in my laboratory.
That is fine. I don't require anything special for it. I just wish to examine it. University has a large stack of paper next to
So
it.
Zacharias will not tell us what he intends to do with it.
No. He will only tell you that for him it is very important.
You only tease.
He will only tease, and he will also say that if his research bear fruit, the power this will grant to the Whispering Lords will be immense.
But if it affects
There is
all
in
of
the
us,
meantime.
then surely he should tell us, right?
Meantime, paint.
Zacharias smiles. Do not worry. I am bound by the same contract as you. I cannot do any harm towards you, if that is your worry. Trust me in this. It will be a grand undertaking.
I'm sure it will be.
And it
Whatever
will,
it is.
and it will shake the very foundations of the world. He rises up, looks at the egg, and then he says, perhaps the egg shall remain here for now. This place is warded, and until I can set up a similar ward in my room, I think it is best it stays here for now. Looking around, I trust that you can guard this item for the moment. If you leave the room, send word for Isabel to get in here.
Azurius is basically at this point just so deep in studying it. You have a feeling he's probably not going to leave the room unless he has to.
Chloe's gonna sit on it so she can keep it warm.
I don't think that's needed.
No,
Hot already.
but it's kind of cute. He's a little trick.
Until it burns her.
No.
You have the serious feeling that Azurus may not leave this room for days, possibly.
I actually found a phoenix egg in a nest.
Congratulations.
How big is it?
Quite big. We know that.
Okay.
How big is that?